One of my New Year's resolutions for 2021 was to get over my fear of loud environments, especially noises, but also flashing lights. One of my biggest pet peeves when I'm driving on the road and I'm lost, I can take it when people honk their horn at me, but if it's at night and people flash their lights at me, I will get almost like a seizure, and sometimes I even have to slow down because they're doing that, and it just leads to a vicious cycle. I almost thought about putting something on my bumper to let people know not to flash their lights at me. It doesn't help. I mean, especially when I'm in an unfamiliar place. I mean, they're not helping themselves by flashing their lights at me. But I wanted to get over that phobia as well. So I decided to make a chart of how much I fear loud noises over the years and how much progress I have made over the years. I've backtracked a little bit over here, and I'll explain why in a second. So this is part of this is seasonal, actually. My anxiety levels do get a whole lot worse. Anxiety, including loud noises, do get a whole lot worse during the winter time, especially during holiday seasons. Now, my big inspiration for wanting to get over my fear of loud noises came over here when the governor of Florida was very upset about college students going on spring break during the middle of a pandemic. And I was saddened by that because I realized that I wish I could be doing that. Obviously not during a year with a pandemic, but during the other years of my life. I've never gone on a real vacation. I mean, I say I love going on vacation, but then I go out to compete in the Computer Olympiad. I go out to other events. I've never gone out to a party-style vacation, and I want to do that. Well, I made the goal for this year, but unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's safe to do this year either. And by August of 2020, we had reopened to Phase 3, and I took up bowling. And I went to my first Cosmic Bowling event in October of 2020. And I felt so good that I had gotten over some of those anxieties. I felt invincible at that point. Here in 2021, here in Washington State, if you catch COVID-19, they exempt you from getting the vaccine for 3 months. And so after that, I've been going to Cosmic Bowling a whole lot more, trying to get my version of the vaccine, right? Which I think is a whole lot safer than the version that the medical establishment wants us to get, right? Anyway, the problem is that we've reopened way too fast, and too fast to suit my anxiety problems. But even then, I'm feeling a whole lot better than I was back here many years ago. You got to remember, back in 2019, I had another anxiety going on in my life. I was getting ready to make this big life decision, and I was very uncomfortable with that. And long story short, I got bailed out because we weren't allowed to do that anymore.